my attention that there are still people out there who actually like Flowery. It's one thing to think he is attractive, but to think that he's actually a good person and had good points against the Fox Squad and their end goal is, yeah, if you think that, you are stupid. Now, and first, we have a few reasons. The first reason is very simple and should hopefully get everyone on board without me having to explain further, and that is that Ralsei, he made Ralsei very mad, and Ralsei does not like him, which means that if you like him, you're disagreeing with Ralsei, and if you're disagreeing with Ralsei, that is treason, because he is our Kaiser, and you must follow his orders. He is the great and glorious Ralsei, and, yeah, you're not allowed to disagree with him, or yeah. So that's pretty obvious, it's treason if not. But for a more nuanced and detailed explanation, other than just because he says so, we will go to Ralsei now in the field.
Well, first of all, he is a smug and arrogant asshole that beat the shit out of me out of battle. Like, it's one thing in battle, because, you know, we're fighting, but outside of battle, it's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, in terms of his arguments against the Fuck Squad, the idea that his Dark Fountain is equal to ours is bullshit, because ours is, which, I mean, I understand him wanting to keep the Dark Slide there and wanting to maintain the flowers, because I know the flowers can't survive in our Dark Fountain, but the thing is, our Dark Fountain is, it sounds, I don't like saying it, but it is pure. And that means lots of darkness from all over everything can come there and survive. Well, his is, well, impure. I know it sounds kind of fucked up, but that's the unfortunate truth. And even if we did maintain his dark world, the special exception that, you know, it seemed like, oh, because we got the flowers, well, they wouldn't thrive in our closet. Well, they wouldn't survive there either, because they need to be watered and have stuff like that, and it needs to happen in the light world. Because if you just water them, give them water in the dark world, that doesn't work. Just like how eating food in the dark world for, you know, humans and monsters, that doesn't work. They don't get full. So those flowers are going to wilt and die anyway, even if they're in Asgore's dark world. And second of all, also, Asgore, it's ruining his shop. He's not going to make any money, and then he's not going to be able to buy food, and he's going to starve, because he can't just live off, you know, dark world food forever. So, yeah, even though he says he wants to be helping Asgore, his actions are making it worse for him. Not to mention his complete delusions with him thinking that, oh, it's his family's driving away. And then on top of it, of course, Asgore not even actually giving a shit about him and just, you know, trying to get back to his work. And, you know, I think Flowery sort of started to realize that at the end. So, you know, I was happy, you know, it seemed like he was going to change. But he didn't really get the opportunity because he was attacked by the knight. And, you know, he defended himself, and that was quite valiant of him. But that doesn't mean he was on our side 100%, because, you know, he was being attacked in the night. He was acting, you know, normal self-defense, and he got killed. So I wouldn't say he fully switched sides. And, you know, anyone who fights in the night, I mean, is generally, like, alright. But, like, that doesn't make any of his arguments previously actually hold any water. He's just completely delusional and just a massive asshole. And then, on top of that, he thinks he knows everything just because he has a little bit of forbidden knowledge about how the world works. But he doesn't know everything, because he didn't know what I just explained. He thought he knew everything about how he's going to make Asgore perfect, out of this perfect ideal world. And that turns out to be bullshit.
Is that all, Ralsei?
No, there's one last thing, which is that yeah, he's just, even with the limited amount of forbidden knowledge he did have, he was so reckless with it. That stuff is potential info hazards. Like when I explain these dangerous types of information, I know so much dangerous information, and I have to explain it very, very carefully and at perfect moments, so it makes sense and it doesn't make people go insane, because these are info hazards. The stuff about the menu, the stuff about the dark world, like so much information can really fuck someone up. And he's just yapping away, well, like without, he just, you know, telling Susie about this shit, and it's like completely just not like delicate at all in explaining, and it's very dangerous behavior. So that is why you should stop idolizing that is why you should stop idolizing Flowery.
Well, you heard it from Ralsei himself. And, yeah, you just can tell he's pretty impassioned in that speech. But, to recap, some of the points he made. was that just because he fought the knight doesn't automatic and died to it doesn't automatically redeem for everything he did. Uh, he's very reckless with potential info hazards. His whole ideology is just completely whack because he doesn't know the full picture about how all the flowers are gonna die and Asgore's shop's gonna be. So his whole Asgore's evil, and he's taken away from his family, which he still like just because they're falling apart doesn't mean he still loves them and wants to do all that. And yeah, and it's just I mean, if I had to add anything, it's just that he has Flowery just seems to have such a little self-awareness, and it's like sort of anti-Ralsei. It's like, well, Ralsei is very nice to people, but thinks very low of himself. He's very nice to people, but like sort of, it's very performative, kind of, and thinks very highly of himself because he does all this performative stuff. Like, oh, it's almost like, my hair in my mouth. It's very, it's almost like those sort of incel types that think that they're deserving of like sex when they like open a door for women. It's just my mind. But anyway, so yes, do not fall for his twinkish charm. And again, it's okay to be sexually attracted to him. That's part of the thing. But you shouldn't like him as a person. It's okay to like him sexually, just not as a person. Which I think it's actually pretty common in the light world here. For people to. Anyway, yeah. That is why, yeah.